What's on, guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today I am doing a update video for you. So we're doing a Rory update, which is my favourite videos to film and to do actually. He has just turned 9 months old, so he's 3/4 of a year old now, which is absolutely crazy. I don't understand how fast this year has gone at all. So yeah, he's 3/4 of a year, unbelievable. And I think the last update video we did, he was either 6 or 7 months old, so it has been quite a while, and in that time he has learnt so many things. He's just jumped forward in his development massively, which is fantastic, but it's a bit of a shock to the system for me. I'm learning lots of new things, keeping an eye on him in all sorts of different ways now. So saying that, obviously I've just said he's turned 9 months old, but he's currently in 6 to 9 month clothing. I think he's probably ready now about to go up to that 9 to 12 month size. Actually, he's t-shirts and jumpers wise he'd be absolutely fine. Trousers wise is our only issue. He's quite skinny around the waist still, even though he's definitely had a bit of a growth spurt, so I'm not sure that they'll stay up, but he is really close to being able to go up into that size now as well, which is really good, exciting. We can get him some nice winter clothes because it's finally winter here in Cornwall, which I never thought I'd say finally, because usually it rains all year round and we can't wait for it, but we've had an extended summer. It's been lovely and sunny and warm, kind of weird actually. But yeah, hopefully we'll get him some nice new outfits for you to see soon. I want to get him some nice smart clothing, which will be good. And then the first big thing that Rory has learnt to do is Rory's learnt to crawl. So I'd say around 7.5 to 8 months he started to shuffle himself along the floor and sort of built that into an army crawl. And he got quite efficient at army crawling. He still does it sometimes now actually. He will shuffle himself along the floor a bit like he's rowing really, which is quite funny. And he can get himself around quite quickly doing that. He is fast and you almost blink and he's out the room. But in the last 2 weeks I think he started to properly crawl, so he's on all fours crawling now, and he's even quicker than he was army crawling, so I really have eyes in the back of my head now. I have to watch him everywhere he goes, because his favourite things happen to be things he's not allowed to touch at all. So he doesn't go for his toys often. He'll go for things like leads, and the dog's water bowl is his current favourite, isn't it, Dotty? Yeah. He likes to get, if he gets hold of it, he likes to tip all the water out of it and splash around in the water, which is not ideal for him or me or the dogs, because then nobody has any water other than him because he's covered in it. But yeah, he started to crawl and it's really fun because now you get to see him explore a lot more. So he's interested in more things. He likes to look out the windows, and we've got big glass doors that he can look out of, and he likes to crawl over there and have a look and touch things and feel things that he never really used to be able to see before. So it's like a whole new world for him, which is adorable. And then on that, he's very recently, only in the last week, started to pull himself up on things. So things like he can pull himself up on the sofa to standing and on the coffee table, and then on the first step he can sort of pull himself up, and in the cot, which means the cot has to be changed because we need to either lower it or get a new one, because he can now pull himself up to stand on the edge of the cot, which is scary. He's really good. He doesn't do it very often, luckily, so we've had time to change it and things, but that's a new one, which is interesting. And I think obviously now he can pull himself up, the next step is going to be cruising and then walking, which I don't even understand how that's the next step. Everything's gone so fast. I was panicking a couple of weeks ago because I was like, why can't he's not started really he's not interested in moving, he doesn't want to do any of that. And then all of a sudden in a week he was like, oh, I can do it all, don't worry mummy. So he's very much like, I'm not interested in it, but once I'm interested in it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it really fast. He's been like that with sort of everything all the way through his life, which is great, but also a bit of a shock to the system every time he learns something because it happens so quickly. And then the next thing he started doing, talking along the same sort of lines, is he likes to walk. He wants to walk absolutely everywhere, but obviously he can't walk by himself yet. He's not at that stage. His balance and coordination isn't there yet. So my back has taken quite a toll because he constantly wants to hold your hands and walk around the house. So we do that a lot. And he's also quite brave because he'll try and let go of your hands, but he's definitely not ready for that yet. But he thinks he is, and he wants to be, so he's like, I'm just going to try it. So we walk him around a lot. He's got lovely little shoes that he can wear for when we're out and about, but obviously when we're at home he's usually barefoot because, you know, he's at home, and that's the best way for them to learn to walk. So he does that a lot, and he likes to walk from you to somebody else, so you will shuffle him forward and then he'll grab hold of their fingers and walk the rest of the way. He loves doing things like that. Anything that's active and gets him to move now is all he wants to do, which has taken a bit of a toll on his milk and food because he doesn't want to sit down anymore. He is not interested in staying still at all. So he doesn't want to drink his milk a lot of the time because he's like, oh, I don't need this, I want to be moving. So getting milk and food in him has been a bit more interesting. However, he has learnt to feed himself now. So things like finger food, he feeds himself completely fine. He'll have like slices of toast in the morning, obviously cut up into smaller sections, but he'll feed himself that no problem. Things like dry shreddies, he feeds himself. Pasta, anything other than something that would require a spoon, so yogurt and things like that, he feeds himself. And then when it comes to yogurt, what I do now is I spoon the yogurt onto the spoon, and then he holds the spoon and feeds himself with the spoon. So the only thing he hasn't quite mastered yet is obviously scooping with the spoon, but other than that he's pretty much mastered food. He's really good. He will try almost anything, which I think is obviously really lucky. We're really lucky for that, which is great for him, not great for me. I'm quite a fussy eater, so watching him try and eat food that I think is disgusting I find really hard. He had salmon the other day and I thought I was going to be sick, but he loved it, so that's great. He's getting a great variety of food. And he also feeds himself milk now, so as long as he's lying down or reclined he can hold the bottle. So often we'll give him the bottle now and he'll feed himself, which is really handy because he likes to be independent, so he feels like he's being independent. It also gives me a little bit more time in the day because I'm not feeding him all the time. So he feeds himself, and also at night he feeds himself, which is fantastic because then if he still wants milk, which he doesn't all of the time now, but often he'll want some milk in the night once, I just pop the lid off and he feeds it to himself and settles himself straight back to sleep. So sleep is a lot better as well. However, he is teething at the minute, which is a whole different monster like in itself. And then speaking of teeth, he's got 2 teeth currently. He's got his 2 bottom teeth, and then he is very close to cutting through those 2 top teeth. They're both bulging and they're coming any day now, so in a minute he's gonna have 2 bottom teeth and 2 top teeth through, so he'll be chewing on all sorts of things then. But yeah, his teeth have been causing him quite a big problem actually, so he's had a lot of teething gel and he gets really hot cheeks and quite grumpy, but he's doing really well with it, so hopefully they'll cut through soon so he'll be a little happy chappy again. And then he has started to talk. So his favourite word at the minute, much to my despise, is dada. He loves dada. Even when dada's not here, it's all about dada. I hear dada, 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 dada all day long. It is really cute, but also I'm like, say mama. He's not interested in mama at all. I'll say mama and he'll say dada back, so that's great. But it's cool to see him learning, and he's definitely learning new sounds. So he's got a duh, and he can do sort of a ba 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 and a la 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 now, which is really good. And he just chats all day long. Yeah. He's such a talkative little boy. His favourite place to talk is in the car for some reason. Most babies go to sleep in the car, not Rory. Rory likes to shout at you in the car. He's in the car usually going, ah! Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. He's really good in the car. He's happy. He doesn't hate it, so that's great. And he likes to look out the window and look at the cars and lorries because they are his favourite things. Anything with wheels, he loves. So, yeah, lots of noise is the new thing. And then the last thing is he likes to play games now. So he started with favourite things, obviously, like I said, with cars and things like that. He loves cars. He loves lorries. He's got a big lorry and a tractor at home. And if we put him on the floor with all his toys, that's where he goes. He'll go straight for them every single time. If we're out and about and he hears a car, his head will turn almost 360 degrees if he can get it to, because that's what he loves. And it's cute. It's so cute to watch how excited he gets when he hears the noises. And he likes to push around his lorry now, so he'll lie on the floor and push it around. And he'll also play catch. So I say he'll play catch, it's not quite catch, but it's close enough. I'll throw him the ball and then I'll get it to land sort of in his legs when he's set up, and then he'll pick it up and he'll go to throw it at me. But instead of actually throwing it, he sort of just delicately drops it into my hands, which I think is really sweet. Yeah, so that is adorable, and he's sort of growing up into that next stage of toys now. So it's not all about the sensory little black and white kiddies toys anymore. He can play with the cars and he can play with the lorries and he can play with the farm animals and the blocks and things like that, and sort of understand it a little bit more. So that's really cool and exciting. And I can't believe that the next time I probably do an update will be when he's 1, which is madness. I don't understand how the next update he'll be 1. We've got less than 3 months now and he'll be 1 year old. 1 year old. It's close enough, isn't it? But yeah, so I look forward to catching up with you again then when we see what all sorts he's doing at 1. Hopefully we'll give you a bit of a birthday vlog and a Christmas vlog. I'm sure Robin will be very excited to do those. So yeah, that's Rory's update for today. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and comment what your favourite thing that Rory's learned to do is. I'm sure a lot of you have seen him, so you'll know what your favourite thing is that he does now. Please subscribe to our channel if you aren't already. There'll be lots more Rory content and us content to come in the near future. We're quite busy in the next few weeks. We've got a lot of things going on, so we're trying to film as much of that as we can and show you. So I hope you really enjoy it, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!